Ronnie Newt, what's good?
What's up, Vlad?
Hey, good to see you again.
Good to see you again. I haven't seen you since 2006, 7 or 8, sometime like that.
About 2008,
Yeah, I was with
exactly.
Gangsta Brown, Divine Brown's man.
That's right.
And
And Stretch.
Stretch, yeah.
Right, nice place you got here.
Thank you.
Nice chair.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Need to get one of these for my house.
Yeah, I'll order you one
Okay.
when I win this lawsuit.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Where'd you grow up exactly?
San Francisco, California, baptized in Baywater. I was born 6/20/49
Okay. Now, when you were young, you started getting involved in the streets.
at 9 years old.
9 years old.
Right.
Okay, well, what was some of your first crimes that you were doing?
I was selling dope. I was selling weed, matchboxes of weed, and hustling weed, and little red devils and bennies. They used to call bennies to keep you up all day. I used to sell pills and all that, and I used to hold heroin for the big boys on the corner.
Okay, and when did
Around
things
the
start to? When did things start to kind of build up?
Develop for me.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of, from going from, selling little dime bags to actually moving weight and actually doing big business.
Some of my cousins, I won't say their names, but they went to the penitentiary for it already. We had a family called the Newt Beasley Tatum family, and we all were one big family in Northern California. The federal government put us all in jail for the RICO Act. And we're selling, they say we were selling large weights of cocaine and heroin. We were the Northern California gangsters, like the Gambinos in New York.
Okay. And you've been arrested how many times?
165 times.
165 times.
You read it
Yeah, no.
back about, I guess, 10 years ago?
Yeah, no,
Something like
you
that.
actually gave me your rap sheet and
Right.
the pages and pages.
Right.
And it was
I had
like,
about 50, 60 alias, AKAs.
okay. And during all those arrests, did you do any major jail time, or was it just in and
You know
out?
what? I got through because when I started out young, by the time I was 16, I was rich. I had millions put up, so I was already rich. And so I was able to bail out every time they just would get me for, get you for something you didn't do. They'd just arrest me, say I stole my Rolls Royce. They'd say I stole my Cadillac. They'd find guns in the car, and I get charged for that. So it just started building up. Every time they see me pull up on the whole straw, they'd pull me up, jack me up, take me to jail, take my car in, so I'd have to bail my car out too, bail myself in the car. And it went on for years and years, but they could never catch me until the end of my historic ride, and whole roller coaster ride, I'll tell you.
Okay. During the height of your criminal era, like how much money did you have put aside?
In my criminal era, I'll just say in the millions.
In the millions, in cash.
Cash.
And
I had so much money, let me put it to you like this. One of my brothers, I was living in Piedmont Hills in Oakland, California, and I had like a bread cabinet box like that, ran across the wall, and was full of all the hundreds. And one of my little young brothers took the 175,000, and I couldn't tell because it was all in hundreds, right? Till I went to make a move, and I was counting, I was like, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, because hundreds is 10,000, but he'd take like 2,000 out of each bundle. I couldn't tell until I got to where I had to go and do do what I was doing. I said, "Oh Lord, it's almost 200 racks missing. I'm finna knock everybody head off in the house. The wife, the father-in-law, and all that." To make a long story short, I was so much of a gangster, I snatched her daddy up, had him tied up in the office, and my big brother come and said, "Man, don't do him. Calvin did it. Your baby brother." I said, "Huh?" He said, "Yeah, we got pictures. You can see all the money flagged all over him at the ghetto club." I said, "What you mean?" They said flagged in his socks, flagged in his hat, flagged in his pants. He was just hundreds everywhere, all over him and his partners.
Right.
I said, "Okay, he didn't do it. Let me get him." So what happened was, I snatched my little brother up, and my mother heard about it, and we was in Piedmont Hills fighting in the closet. I had the gun, find the gun in the closet. My mama said, "I ain't gonna let you kill my son, boy. I ain't gonna let you kill my son, boy. You got to kill me too, boy." My mama was a gangster too, right? So
Right.
the gun's going boom, boom, and so I finally said, "Oh, man, my mama wrestled me with this gun. I can't wrestle with my mama."
Right.
So I just didn't. I let off the trigger, right? And then I just whooped the nigga with a mop stick and never got my money back. He never paid me, but now he's one of them special forces dude to go to Iraq now. I don't think I can whoop him now. He's been taught well by the special SEALs. So, but I still love him. But you owe me 175,000, almost 200,000, Calvin. But I still love you, boy.
Now, you actually had a
lion?
pet, well, you had a lion or a
I
tiger?
had a pet lion.
You had a pet lion in your
Cougar,
backyard.
yeah.
And a Cougar.
A Cougar line, yeah.
Okay, this was where?
In San Francisco, California in 1977, September 1977, he got a hold of my 4-year-old daughter, China Doll.
The lion ended up messing with your daughter.
He was, remember Scarface? Yeah. He was chained to a tree, and the little kids in the neighborhood was throwing rocks at him. So when my daughter ran out with my wife trying to get the kids to stop throwing rocks, he attacked her, because he seen like she was a little kid. That's all he could see in his mind. So he attacked her, and I was in the bed sleeping. I could hear this loud, nervous scream. I said, what the hell is going on? And she said, he's got China Doll! I was like, oh my God. So I jump up, I got on a pair of red drawers, silk drawers, right, pimp drawers, and I run downstairs, and I said, hand me the machine gun. So my brother had a machine gun. My baby brother said, don't shoot, Ron, you might hit China Doll, because he had her, and his body was over her body, and I was gonna hit him with it, and I said, forget it. So what I did is I ran over to him and took his mouth, and took it off of my daughter, and his teeth went in this finger right here, and I pulled him off, and I slung him, whop, across the yard. You know you're real strong when your babies or something following your car, something following your babies, and you see something happen to it, you get that extra strength, that godly strength. So I threw him across the backyard, grabbed her up, and I was running down the streets where we couldn't find no keys to the car, and I'm running down the streets and this white man pulled up to me with a truck full of hay. Hey, boy, what's wrong with you, boy? I said, man. He said, you're running down the street butt naked with that girl. He said, what's wrong? I said, she been bit up in the face by my line. Can you help me, please? Give me the San Francisco General. So he said, yeah, get in, boy. He's smoking on a cigar. He said, what happened? I said, I had a line. What you doing with a line, boy? I said, I don't know, man. Just get me to the hospital, please. So he got me to San Francisco General Hospital. I ran to the hospital. I ain't got no clothes on but some red silk drawers on. They grabbed my daughter, took her to intensive care and started working on her, right? So I left her there. Everybody found keys and met at the hospital. I'm on my way back because I'm down for a kill now. So when I get to the house, he's still in the yard, right? He done taste blood now. And I got a gate in between me and him, right? So when I get there, I say, hey, Mr. Hill, what's happening, man? You know what you did, huh? I said, oh, it's like that now, huh? You want me now, huh? Huh? So I went to open the gate, he did it. I said, okay, partner, that's what I wanted you to do. I said, I can't handle you no more. I said, Daryl, give me that 30 caliber, and hit him, whoa, 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 about 30 times. Still kept coming. Give me another gun, machine gun. Whoa, 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 whoa. I hit him 77 times, and I had emptied everything in the machine gun on him. He still didn't die. And the only thing that stopped him from trying to get through that gate was a snub-nosed 38. I hit him between his eyes and stopped him. He dropped. Bam! He didn't die. He hissed at me, right? So they got him to the hospital. So they had a contest of who gonna live, Mr. Hiss or my daughter. Every hour, Mr. Hiss is hanging in there, and Siobhan, the China Doll, it looks like she may not make it. And man, we're going, what the heck is they doing on the news saying all this crazy shit, right? Yeah. The animal and the dog, right? So, and the lion, right? And my daughter. So what happened was, my daughter pulled through, and Mr. Hiss died 3 nights later. Everybody that loved cats and lions called me, wanted to kill me. White boys from all over the world were talking about they coming to get me.
But your daughter made it through, though.
Huh?
Your daughter made it through. That's the
through.
important part.
Yeah, she made it through.
Okay, so at what point did you decide to transition from being a criminal to going into the music industry?
I got into a shootout and got shot.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What was the shootout over?
I got into a shootout over some guy robbing a young lady, and somebody called me and said, hey man, dude is over in such and such and such. You need to go over there and holler at him. When he see you, he ain't just gonna let you in. He don't think you coming for no fun, cause you rich. I said, okay. I was living off of Golf Link Road, where John Barrett's, the attorney, had bought my house from me. So I was living in that house off of Golf Link Road, 98th and Golf Link, up in the mountains. And so I told my driver, get the car, let's go. We got to go handle some business. So I put on the Shaft clothes, all leather, suit like Shaft, right? Shaft was out in them days when I got ready for the shootout. So I had the bulletproof vest on, the Shaft leather, and the leather hat, everything, right? So we get over to San Francisco, somewhere in San Francisco. I won't say the destiny, but somewhere in San Francisco. We go to San Francisco, and I knock on the dude's door. And I said, what we gonna do? We're not gonna kill him. We just gonna whoop him. He said, oh, my driver said, because he was a kung fu expert, he said, yeah, okay, I'm gonna chop him up. I said, okay. So dude had an intercom that you could hear everything we said. My dumb ass wasn't looking at the intercom, so he heard everything we said. So when I rung the doorbell, he said, yeah, come on in. and close the gate behind you. So I come in, I close the gate. Now I'm locked in the gate. Now you got to go up the stairs through another door. You ever been in a house like that?
Yeah.
Where you go through the little patio part, then there's a door up there. So when he snatched open the door, he said, "Aha! I heard everything you said." I go to bring my gun up. He said, "Boom!" Shoot the gun out my hand. And he dove in the kitchen. Now remind you, I ain't got no gun now. So only thing I can see is that plate glass window behind you on the second floor. Now just lo and behold, my brother who was driving and my guy was with me. When my brother heard the shooting, he pulled up in front of the house. So I dived through the plate glass window. This ain't no stuntman shit or nothing, because I got a cut in my face and a bullet in here. So when I dived like this, bam, through the glass. I got one cut and fell in the back of a drop top 73 Eldorado with red inside, white on white and red, right? And falling there bleeding like a pig. And my little brother's hollering, "Oh my God, you're gonna die." I said, "Nigga, get me to the hospital." He said, "San Francisco General." I said, "Not no San Francisco General, Oakland Highland Hospital. Get me there fast. I'm bleeding to death." He said, "Ronnie, you're gonna die, please." "No, man, let me get to." I said, "Daryl, they check for guns when they hear gunfire in the city. They check all gun bullets and all that. They check it. They come as soon as they hear." So we'll just tell them when I get to Oakland, somebody shot at me.
So you get into the shootout,
Right.
and you decide that you get out of the street.
Not yet. What happened when I get into the shootout, my brother get me to the hospital. Now my leg is fractured, so my leg is up in the air, and my arms are out like this, and my China dog come running in. "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my baby, I hope he ain't gonna die." They get the bullet out of him. But I was laying there, right? I was like, "Just give me some pain medication, bitch. Give me some pain medication. I'm hurt. They ain't giving me no pain medication." They said, "Get him some morphine, get him some." I said, "Give me that stuff you give them in Vietnam when they get shot." They said, "Oh, this fool is crazy." I said, "Give me some of that stuff. I seen that shit work before. Give me some." So they give me some morphine. I said, "Okay, I'm good." So I'm laying there. She looked down at me. She said, "Ron, it's gotta stop, baby. Are you gonna die out here?" I said, "What can I do, baby?" She said, "Well, we got some kids. Remember you said you wanted to have some kids like the Jacksons? Well, we got something like that. They've been doing shows." I said, "For real?" She said, "Yeah. We got one of them saying like Michael almost." I said, "Don't play with me like that." And she said, "Well, their next talent show is in about a month. And after you get well and rested up, we're going to go to the show." I set it up for them to do a show in Bayview, Hunters Point. But we were still living in the mansion, but we still were going back to the hood. Right. So we went back to the hood, and I watched the boys win a contest, right? I was like, uh-oh, it's only cracking now. That's two, right? It's only cracking. So now I said, I got to get another one out of her, right? It was two boys, two twins. And then I had a son named Ron by Belinda, who did 15 years for me for the dope. I had a son by her, so that made 3. Then I had little Jay Valentine, that made 4. So I started grooming them, getting them together, stopped pimping, was working down on Pier 39 with them. They strutting, getting like $1,000 to $800 a day. We killing them, because every time they're playing rock till they don't stop, that's every 3-4 minutes, we get $400-$500, $300-$400, $200 no less than $100. But we working from 9 o'clock in the morning to 12 at night, so we killing them. I say, shoot, $1,000 a day, this almost, shit, this is 5,000, that was 7,000 a week. 20 we was making about $20,000 to $28,000 a month, right there on Pier 39, because all the Japanese tourists and everybody was coming down to the wharf. So after that, I started doing shows at my partner's birthday parties, letting them come in doing the strut and the robot and all that, and shows that all the players and pimps was giving. They'd say, "Ron, Newt, bring your kids so we can have some talent." So I bring the kids, they strut, they make them $600-$700 for doing the show there, and then all of a sudden one of my partners slid up on me against the ground and said, "Man, they got to start singing now." I said, "Huh?" He said, "They're young, you can teach them," because he played drums. He said, "They got an ear, all they got to do is just hear, because they got an ear." I said, "Ooh, that pimpin' sound real good to me." He said, "Ain't you ready for them to be like the Jacksons?" I said, "Yeah." Then I said, "Well, who do I talk to?" He said, "Bubba Hemp, man, it's Sly Stone, he know the game. Hemp Banks, right, with Sly." So I got in touch with Hemp Banks. Hemp Banks said, "Man, go to the store, get the Starlistics, the Delphonics, the Jacksons, get all of them and start playing it to the kids while they sleep, and they sleep. Put earphones on them all day riding in the car, just have them hit a note." And Bobby seemed to have what it took first. Then second came Jay the Baby, it was sounding like Michael. And then the other two caught on. Ronnie and Ronnie caught on. I had 2 Ronnies, so they caught on. And man, we started rolling. Then I said, okay, now it's time to get them ready. And I always had a plot, just like I got a plot beat up in this house. I say, now I got to get to the Circle Star when Donna Ross come. Donna Ross came to the Circle Star, and she's sitting in the audience. I had them all in black tuxedos with red ties, right? Little cute-ass boys. And she said, ooh, who family is that in the front row? Because I knew Don Joe, who owned the Circle Star, so he let us have the front row so Donna Ross could see us. And the stage is going around. She come back around. She said, hold it, stop the stage. I want to know who those kids are. Would you please have those kids come to the stage? They looked at us. I remember the Jacksons. I said, whoop, there you go. It's only cracking. So she said, Roscoe, you got your pen and your contract with you? We're going to sign these kids tonight. And so we get up on the stage, and Bobby was singing Why Do Fools Fall in Love with Donna Ross. So we went to the dressing room. Everybody in San Francisco was crazy about it. That's when the Newtrons' name started rolling. They was on stage with Donna Ross. Oh my God, these little boys going somewhere.
Right. And that was the name of the group, the Newtrons.
Yeah, that's Ron Newt turned around.
Right, yeah.
And so what happened?
Ron Newt turned around. Oh, okay, I didn't even catch the
That's
second
Ron
part.
Newt turned around.
Okay, I knew the Newt part, but
Game Tight, that's Game Tight.
Okay,
Yeah,
there
that's
we
what
go.
you call Game Tight.
Game
Send it
Tight.
in and see what's in it.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So what happened was then I said, okay, I got to start building my empire bigger than what it was when I was out there in the other game, because that empire money you couldn't really spend. And if you did spend $1 million or $2 or $3 million, you're going to jail because you got to pay taxes. So I said, I got to build me a real empire now legally. Then I said, when I messed up, when I told her, well, I want to meet Joe Jackson. And down around I said, who? She said, I was going to try to get you with Barry and them. I said, I like Joe Jackson. She said, all right, just still take the number and get with us. So we took her number, got Barry Gordy's number to Motown, and my friend Bubba Hemp was doing stuff with Barry Gordy, and I called Bubba. I said, I got the number to Motown. Barry Gordy. He said, oh, that's my buddy, that's my partner. We play golf together. Woo, woo, woo. I said, okay. So he took me down to meet Mark Davis, who was Smokey's cousin, and we go upstairs and see Barry, but Barry wasn't running stuff then. It was Al Bell from Boyamar Records was running Motown now. Al Bell, who owes me about $20,000, $30,000. I like to say it. I wish you pay me, Al Bell. Yeah, because I'm a player for real. I need my money. So what happened was I was in the office and they performed for me. We said, oh, and then Anna Gardy said, oh my God, they can really, these boys can go. They need some more practice, but they can work, right? And then I said, hey, where's Joe Jackson? Again, right? I was in love with Joe Jackson. And it was like, he's down on the 7th floor. I said, where? They said, room 716. I said, can I take a break? I want to go see if I can meet with Joe Jackson. They said, fine, if that's what you want to do, because I knew he knew how to train kids.
Yeah.
So what happened, I went down there with Joe Jackson, couldn't meet him the first time, second time around, I was able to meet him, and Bobby ran in there and did the Michael Jackson. He said, boy, go get some Kentucky Fried Chicken and some watermelon. We gonna eat good with these boys, and I'm gonna sign these boys to a record, to Jackson Records. Michael gonna like these boys.
He probably got something going on in LA where he might have needed that shit. I don't know why he showed up with it. Probably thinking like, man, little young wild nigga from Chicago like guns. Want to see a gun. It was a nice gun. It was nice.
Little to none, I just got in a little altercation. And I guess that other case was so weak, they wanted to put something on me. And so they charged me with a riot in the penal facility.
So it was really just a regular fight.
It's a little physical altercation.